Shalom Israel. Before I start, I want to give all glory, honor, and praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Mahara Kakadash, double honors to the elders and apostles in Israel who read and teach well, to the Akim and the Iwas and Byways and those pushing this word in truth, sincerity, to the brothers and sisters in the truth. Just a quick lesson I want to do. There's this incident where you got 5 police officers, who ended up killing a brother. The thing about it, these officers are Jakes as well. So I just want to play this video, then I'm going to go through some scriptures. Because at the end of the day, we all talk about Esau and his wickedness, but we have to bring out the wickedness of our own people. Yeah, so I just want to play this video here.
Here today because of a tragedy that wounds one family deeply, but also hurts us all: the death of Tyre Nichols. We understand and acknowledge the grief that the friends and family of Tyre Nichols are experiencing right now, as well as the great concern throughout all of Memphis and Shelby County about this case. Earlier today, the grand jury returned indictments against 5 former Memphis Police Department officers regarding the death of Tyre Nichols. These are the same 5 officers who were previously or recently terminated by the Memphis Police Department. They are currently in custody. They are Tadarius Bean, Demetrius Haley, Emmett Martin III, Desmond Mills Jr., and Justin Smith. The grand jury returned indictments against all 5 with the same charges. And we had previously met with the family of Tyre Nichols to go over what these charges were going to be. And that meeting with the family, I think, went rather well. Here are the charges: second-degree murder, aggravated assault, aggravated kidnapping resulting in bodily injury, aggravated kidnapping involving the possession of a weapon, official misconduct through unauthorized exercise of power, official misconduct through failure to act when there is a duty imposed by law, and official oppression. While each of the 5 individuals played a different role in the incident in question, the actions of all of them resulted in the death of Tyre Nichols, and they are all responsible. It's important to note, as Ms. Williams said, that this is still an ongoing investigation, and therefore there are limits on what we can say about this case. We ask for everyone.
Now, that is really the gist of it. And what I say, they deserve to be charged. They deserve the full force of the law, as they say, to be brought down upon them. What would be great is that when officers of another nation do the same thing, it's dealt with in the same manner. And we see that when, our people are killed by police officers of another nation, in this case Esau, that's what I'm speaking about, we don't get this same type of justice brought forward. But my point is not on that. My point is to deal with our own people. Now, this is Jeremiah 5, because like I said, we like to talk about Esau and the wickedness of Esau, but Esau's not the only one that's wicked. Like, we are a blessed people, and sometimes, we go above and beyond the actions of Esau at times, and we have to speak out on these things, man. Yeah, as much as we like to touch the other nations and the wickedness that they've done, we also have to be calling out the wickedness of our own people. That's balance, because as the scripture says, Jeremiah 5:26, for among my people are found wicked men. And you have to check that we're not in the situation that we're in because we've been good as a whole. We're in the situation that we're in because we've been wicked as a whole. It says, for among my people are found wicked men, they lay wait as he that setteth snares. They set a trap, they catch men. It says, as a cage is full of birds, so are their houses full of deceit. Therefore they are become great and waxen rich. It says, among my people I found wicked men. Now this word, and hopefully the stream is going all right. I'm just testing something at the moment, a different stream channel, a different option as well in the streaming. So hopefully it sounds okay and everything's going okay.
Strong's H7563. Rasha.
Says wicked, criminal, guilty one guilty of crime. Like these officers, man, they're guilty of a crime. They murdered their brother. You know, let me quickly get this out. What does the law say? And there's a difference between killing and murder. You know, if your life is at risk and you end up killing someone because they are threatening your life, that's different. Yeah, but in this case now, their life were at risk. You know, our brother's life was at risk and they took his life. You know, in an article I read, the family said that he was unrecognizable. This is Exodus 20. It says, thou shalt not kill. Really, it's meant to be murder. Yeah, but it's plain and simple. It's even more plainer in the Hebrew. No murder. It says, thou shalt not murder. And this is what these officers did, man, to their own brother. So it's guilty one guilty of crime, wicked, hostile to the Most High, which is many of our people, which is why 2/3 is going to die, because they are hostile to the Most High. Hostile, you know. Imagine that. That's quite a strong word. Hostile. Showing or feeling opposition or dislike, unfriendly, antagonistic, aggressive, confrontational. We see these things when we go out on the highways at times as well, where scoffers come up and they're hostile towards us. Even Saturday gone, me and the brother was out there before the rest of the Akim them came, and we called out to, can't remember, man or woman, called out to someone with our usual fishing hook. Do you know the Bible documents your history? And this elder woman behind us, I don't know why you lot are calling out to people. Don't listen to them. They don't, like, she just went into one and we weren't even talking to her. She was behind us, you know, throwing all kind of charges at us without really fully understanding what we're doing. So it says confrontational, belligerent, bellicose. I've never heard that one. It says or of belonging to, no, that's not it. Opposed. So it says showing or feeling opposition or dislike, which is many of our people, man. They dislike the Most High. And how do you know that? Because they're unwilling to do what he says. It says morally wrong. Concretely. Now, when something's you put it in concrete, it's cemented in, it's firm. It's an actively bad person, which would fit these officers. Condemned, guilty, ungodly, wicked man that did wrong. Yeah, this is our people in a nutshell. So Jeremiah 5:26, for among my people I found wicked men. They lay wait as he that setteth snares. They set a trap, they catch men. That's our people. Ezekiel 2:3, and he said unto me, Son of man, I send thee to the children of Israel, to a rebellious nation that has rebelled against me. Because when we go out there and people buck up against us, they're not actually bucking up against us, for the simple reason we're not out there giving you thus saith Abediah, thus saith Yahweh's messengers, whatever. Whoever the brother may be that's out there pushing this word, you know, we're giving you thus saith the Lord. So when you bucking up against us, you're actually bucking up against the Most High, because he uses men to do his bidding. It says, they and their fathers have transgressed against me, even unto this day. So even going back, it's been the same thing. You know, why do you think they killed the prophets? Because those people were good people? No, they were wicked men. They're bucking up against the Most High. They're rebelling against the Most High. Let me quickly bring this up. Jeremiah, I think it's 45. Eyes. Jeremiah 45. Nope, it's 44. Jeremiah 44. And verse, start 15, it says, Jeremiah 44 and 15. Then all the men which knew that their wives had burned incense unto other gods, and all the women that stood by a great multitude, even all the people that dwelt in the land of Egypt in Paphros, answered Jeremiah, saying, As for the word that thou hast spoken unto us in the name of Yahweh, we will not hearken unto thee, but we will certainly do whatsoever thing goeth forth out of our own mouth. Wicked men, wicked women, says to burn incense unto the Queen of Heaven and to pour out drink offerings unto her, as we have done, we and our fathers. What they say? Jeremiah 5. No, Ezekiel, Slakia. Ezekiel 2 and 3. And he said unto me, Son of man, I send thee to the children of Israel, to a rebellious nation that has rebelled against me. They and their fathers have transgressed against me, even unto this day. And what they're saying? Jeremiah 44 and 17. But we will do whatsoever thing goeth forth out of our own mouth, to burn incense unto the Queen of Heaven and to pour out drink offerings unto her, as we have done, we and our fathers, our kings, our leaders, and our princes in the cities of Judah and in the streets of Jerusalem. For then had we plenty of victuals, and were well, and saw no evil. Why? Because when you partake in this kingdom, what did Satan say to Yahushua when you read Matthew 4? Bow down and worship me, and all of this would be yours, roughly paraphrasing. And this is what's happening, man. Our people are bowing down and worshiping the devil and being blessed with their heart desires, not realizing that there's a judgment coming. Yeah. So this is Deuteronomy 28 and 54. So that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eye shall be evil towards his brother. And that was evil. What are these dudes? Yeah. These 5 brothers here. The eye shall be evil against who? Against thy brother. Now, I think it was a driving violation or something. Pulled him over, he ran. I wonder if I can find the video. There was a video. Look at this, beat him to a pulp. There's a video of the incident. Might not be able to find that now. Let me quickly see something. It's like, this is giving me I wonder if I'll show the video in this.
Why I switched to this hair color?
We're going to turn now to the breaking news coming out of Memphis today. 5 former police officers are now behind bars facing criminal charges, including...
And one of their sisters even had the cheek in the article that I read. So, oh, no, he's a good dad and rare. Well, what was he thinking when they were beating up, killing their own brother? Where was his goodness then?
Murder. Investigators say the officers beat 29-year-old Tyre Nichols so badly during a traffic stop back on January 7th.
Yeah, a traffic stop, a traffic violation. Just because he ran off, you catch him up, you tased him, pepper sprayed him, beat him so bad.
Then he died 3 days after the violent encounter. Family attorney claims police body cam footage shows the officers beat Nichols nonstop for 3 full minutes, kicking him, pepper spraying him and tasing him as he cried, "What did I do?"
The Memphis Police Department fired the officers last week after an internal investigation. Eyewitnesses report along Glassberg in the newsroom with the breaking details. Lauren.
David and Liz, a district attorney, saying that his department expedited the investigation because of the extraordinary nature of this case. He said that they worked swiftly and fairly, and now those 5 officers aren't just fired, they're also now criminally charged.
Which is good. Like I said earlier, Esau does the same thing. I wonder if this is the video. They do the same thing to those officers.
2 days later. And there is body camera video of the traffic stop and the minutes that followed. That video expected to be released tomorrow. And
Being this one, it's lacking. Let me see if I can find it. Body, my eyes are bad. Body cam footage of 5 cops beating Tyre Nichols. Now, here we go.
I do want to say something first, and I think important. Number one, we're going to show you this video because you pay for the police. The police work for the public. They work for you. If you're in Memphis, they work for you. They're supposed to protect and serve you. Your tax dollars pay their salaries and their union benefits. And so they are public servants in the most basic sense of the word. And when they do something that seems to violate in every way the idea of protection and service, the public that pays them has a right to know what they're doing. We have a right to public disclosure about what they do. But I want to really emphasize, and I think this is very important, to understand that to watch this is not for the purposes of prurience, right? Americans watch a lot of violence. We watch a lot of violent TV shows, a lot of violent films, and we watch them and sometimes get numb to that violence. This is not violence you should become numb.
All right, here we go. All right, there's no audio, so this is probably the police. Why is there no audio?
Okay, I guess what we're seeing now is Memphis Police. So we're seeing their body cam footage. So they're driving along. I don't know what happens next. There's no video that kicks on normally until they get to the scene of a crime. When you watch a lot of this kind of police video, you'll note that it is silent until it switches on at the moment when they are actually communicating.
Got the fucking cup. Damn, I didn't do anything. Hey, I didn't hurt you. Ass crap. All right. You don't do that, okay? Get on the fucking ground. Get on the ground. Tase your ass.
Tase him. The man's on the ground.
That's a bad. Please take on the ground. I need to tase you. Get on the ground.
I'm on the ground.
What? Now, I tase him. All right. Break your shit. Okay, dude. Turn the fuck around. Put your fucking hands on your back. Bitch, put your hands behind your back so quick. I'm trying to knock your ass the fuck out. You guys are really doing a lot right now. Bro, lay down. I'm just trying to go home. Man, if you don't lay down, I am not on the ground. Put your hands on your stomach.
Spray him. No wonder he ran off.
.38, where it rains at Ross. Taser is deployed. Suspect is running down Ross.
So initially, when I read the article, it made it sound like they stopped him and he ran off. But as you can see, they stopped him, mistreated him, pepper sprayed him. Then he ended up running off, which is understandable, man. They don't look like we're going to see the actual
Young
beating
male,
in
black,
this because
slim build, blue jeans, and a hoodie. Ross.
yeah, they're not showing the beating. The footage that I saw. Anyway, we don't need to see that anyway. The point is made. Deuteronomy 28 and 54. The man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eye shall be evil towards his brother and towards the wife of his bosom and toward the remnant of his children which he shall leave. And that's the majority of Jake's in a nutshell. We have to be calling out the wickedness of our people, man. Not just the other nations. We have to be calling out the wickedness of our people. And hopefully this lesson was edifying. With that, I'm going to close out. Give all glory, honor, and praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Waharaka Kadash, Kwame Allah.